Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest, and today I'm checking out another foundation that I picked up at Target. Been trying to shop there a little extra lately. This is a brand I have not heard of called Thread. This is the Face It Foundation Stick, and let me tell you a little bit about the brand just because I looked them up because I've never heard of them before. Thread was created for humans of color who are expressive and unapologetic in their being. We believe makeup is the greatest tool for self-expression. It's a connecting thread that weaves itself through all of humanity, no matter our ethnicity, pronouns, or orientation, period. I'm here for it. I support that. But can you make good makeup? That is the question. If you can't make good makeup, then we're not going to have much of a relationship now, are we? Let me pull up the details. Now, on Target's website and in my Target store, there were only 16 shades available, but they do have 26 shades available on their website. This retails for $8 for, oh, how much is in here? We're going to need to consult with Sherlock because it's tiny. 0.34 ounces or 9.5 grams. I've got this in the shade 10 Light Cool. It is vegan and cruelty-free. There's not a ton of information about it. It's a 3-in-1 weightless cream complexion stick. Each stroke delivers long-wearing buildable coverage to be used as foundation, concealer, contour, and or cream bronzer. Easy application on the go. I mean, that's about it. I looked through the ingredients. There's no added fragrance ingredients, so I like to see that. But other than that, they don't say a whole lot about it. So let's take a look at shade 10, swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation from Thread, the Face It Foundation Stick in shade 10 Light Cool. Definitely not looking light or cool. A little bit, pulling a little orange on me. Second is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in Fair. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 48-year-old face. I was hesitant to use primer because a stick foundation usually has to be blended with a brush until it like warms up to your skin, and that can make an immediately applied primer pill up. But I've got some flaking going on right around here because I did my exfoliation routine the other day, and so I wanted to kind of give it its best shot at not clinging to that. Anyway, long story short, I did prime with the Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer. This is one of my OG favorites. Love it, love it, love it. Let's check out this stick, shall we? I will do one side. Oh, this might be a little dark for me. I mean, I was aiming for this time of year, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. Let's see how we go. Half of a face. Feels like a little goes a long way is my initial thought, because it lays down straight off the stick pretty thick, and then when you blend it out, you can shear it out. So oh, did I tell you? I'm using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. Yeah, I got some peelies on this side too. Not bad. Quick to blend out. The only thing I'm seeing right away is that it's a little bit heavy on texture. This is the textured side of my face, but coverage-wise, I'd say in one pass it's a solid light coverage. There is redness correction going on. Still can see some sunspots poking through, so it's not a, like, I wouldn't call it quite medium coverage, but they say it's buildable. Let's get the other side going, and we'll see where we end up, eh? It is a pretty soft stick, which I prefer. I don't like to have to rub like crazy to get a foundation to sort of spread and melt down. So this one's a pretty soft consistency to it. I wonder if in warmer weather it would be a little too soft, if you'd have to like be careful to keep it in a cool, dry place. I mean, you should be keeping your makeup in a cool, dry place anyway, but I'm wondering if that's more important because of how soft this is, because we are back into, as you can tell by the hoodie, it's 60 degrees again. It was 84 degrees yesterday, so here we are, one pass. Yeah, I'd call it light coverage. You know, this shade is called light cool, but this really seems to have a yellow undertone to it, which to me is typically what most brands call warm. So I am not sure. It's just a little yellow orangey, just a smidge. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to try to build up I kind of missed a spot by my temple over here. I'm going to try to build up coverage on my sunspots and my blue blood vessel. Oh, I got some peeling going on down here. It is clinging to the edges of peeling skin. That's not the worst thing in the world because most foundations do that. Not all of them. I've got some that cover it up quite nicely, but most of them do. Let's try building this up. It is buildable coverage-wise. You see my biggest sunspots have mostly disappeared. They're mostly invisible, however. Ooh, the product does look significantly heavier in the spots where I built it up. Yeah. So I'm going to say you probably can't build too far without this getting out of control in terms of the overall weight of the product on the skin. Let's zoom in and show you guys what is happening. So it is clinging to pretty much every dry, flaky spot that I have, and it is accentuating texture a little bit. It is not accentuating pores too much. It's not really blurring them well. On the left side of my face, it's actually kind of settling into my pores a little bit. The right side looks fine. It looks okay on my nose. It's just clinging a smidge to the sort of textured skin I have in between my eyebrows. It's a little bit flaky looking on my forehead, probably because it seems like it's clinging to dry skin there. The overall finish, I would call it a satin matte. It's a smidge dewy, you know, let's call it, it's a little closer to a satin luminous. I wouldn't quite say matte. I think the dry look is kind of making me think the word matte, but it's not matte in appearance. This one's kind of a mixed bag right out the gate. So let's find my phone so we can check what time it is. It is 3:38 p.m. Let me go put the rest of my face on. I will be right back. Back with the Thread Foundation Stick. This one has a couple of issues. I almost just scrapped the whole review. I'm gonna wear it because I felt like playing around with some eyeshadow, so I did my whole face. I can't promise I will get through the entire evening with this one. Here are the issues. Number one, it seems to have a pretty significant, there's actually 3 issues, oh goodness, pretty significant transfer situation. So like for example, I was putting in these earrings. And so you know how when you put your hands here, you touch your face? It transferred away and it's on my hand. And now it's been a long time. I was playing around, like it's been, what time? It's 4:37 right now. So it's been like an hour since I put this on. Like if I take a clean tissue, that part's not clean because I already did this one time. And I just press it on my face. I'm just getting, there's too much product. It's only a little bit, but everywhere I've touched my face, the product comes off. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, but it's just not staying put. That kind of ties into what I think the second issue is, and that is it's kind of splotchy. So after I did my zoom in and I got ready to start doing bronzer and stuff, I was like, oh wow, I missed a whole spot by my temple, and then oh wow, I missed my whole forehead, and then oh wow, I missed this whole side of my face. And I couldn't believe I'd missed that many spots, but anyway, I went back and I added some product and I blended it out and I'm okay. Then I'm doing my bronzer and then I look and I'm like, well wait, why is it missing again? Like where did it go? Like, and so it's just like a splotchy coverage that doesn't stay put. I don't know where it goes. But it's already doing it again right here by my temple. Like, I don't know why it's splotchy. It's just splotchy. And the third issue, and this one is one that it personally bothers me because I wear foundation to prevent some of this, and that is the accentuation of texture. I had a feeling that was starting to happen, and so even at a relaxed face, my skin looks very rough. This is the more textured side of my face. This side even looks a little bit textured in a few spots, and this is the smooth side of my face. Sun damage, driving side, 10 years, hour each way to work, no sunscreen. Therefore, this half of my face and this arm are far more sun damaged than this half. Well, you can see it really well if I smile. Do you see how the dry, textury crease lines are going all the way down in the crescent, like all the way down? All the drag lines, like that's the texture of my skin crinkling up like crepe paper. You know what I'm saying? And a foundation that smooths that out, of which there are many, is what I'm looking for. This is accentuating it. Or if I go, the drag lines just get really pronounced, like it's like crepe paper. And and this is only an hour in. Normally, if something's going to dehydrate my skin, it'll have a similar effect by the end of the night. But this, I think, is just the product itself accentuating that texture. So I am not thrilled at this moment, but I wanted to play with some makeup. So I kept on keeping on. So here's what I've got, what I'm wearing. Hold on, where did I put it? My eyes are the ColourPop Fade Into You. What is that, Mazzy Star? It's just a big old rainbow palette. And I felt like playing with rainbows today. Brows are lawless. Mascara, I'm trying for the first time. This is the Revlon Eyes Wide Open with Cannabis Sativa. Can't read it. It's hemp seed oil. Sativa, I believe. Cannabis Sativa. Hemp seed oil. Jury's out on this mascara. I haven't decided yet if I like it. It doesn't do much thickening, but it does a good amount of separation and lengthening. The impression I was getting was that I kind of felt like it was just painting color onto my lashes, but not doing much else. Strange-ish, very pokey brush. It's hard to tell if there's any product on the brush, but I guess there is because it did do something. But I haven't decided if I like it or not. I think I need more depth at the root of my lashes. That said, the picture they provided is actually pretty accurate to what I'm seeing on my eyes. So this may just be not liking that style, but it seems to be pretty doggone accurate to what they claimed it would look like. So pay attention to that picture on the packaging. And if you like that picture and that's what you like in your mascara, go get you some. My blush, I dug out an old CoverGirl favorite. This is the True Blend in So Flushed Bronzer Flower Heat Wave. Lip is Jones Road, the lip tint in Nude Mauve. And I think that's all the things. I'm gonna go, I'll get a daylight check, and it's super rainy here. It's so dark. I mean, tell me, it looks like I'm filming at night. I'm not. It's just very gloomy today. I will get a daylight check-in. I'm looking past you at the window out there. I will get a daylight check-in. I'll come back tonight. I can't promise I'm gonna wear this. I'm already starting to get itchy. Like, ugh, I don't think I like this one. I don't think so. I'm sorry. But I'll wear it for a little while. Get a daylight check-in. We'll check the shade outside, and then I'll come back at some point in probably the near future and wrap this one up. Here is our outdoor check-in. I would definitely say the shade is a little orangey. You can definitely see where I stopped bringing it down, which is odd because it's specifically named cool. But like, look at how pinky undertone my chest is and how yellow or orangey this undertone is. You know, if it weren't for the peeling, the finish of this, the clinging and the drying and the texture, the finish is actually a pretty finish. It's just... oh, I can even see my texture on my forehead from this distance. Yikes. Here's the shade comparison to my arm. How do I get this all in frame? Yeah, this shade is oddly dark and orange. It's just... not my favorite shade match. I love this hoodie though. All right, here's our close-up outdoors. See all the, look how much texture you can see. It's like, ooh, brutal, brutal. All right, well, there you have it. I'll wear it for a little while, and as soon as I'm ready to take it off, it's coming off my face. I'll be back in a bit. 7:42 p.m. Honestly, I'm just gonna wrap this one up now because I know how I feel about it, and I want to wash my face so I can change my makeup so I can film a couple more videos. Truth, man. Here's the thing. Because I think the finish is quite pretty, I think if you are a person who doesn't have texture issues, yes, that is Ziva's tail, you don't have texture issues, you don't have deep lines, you might be able to get this to work for you. In my situation, it has settled into my deeper lines, so my chin line down here and my main deepest of my 3 forehead lines, it hasn't stayed put very well for me. I'm not sure about the transfer issue. I did take a peek at the comments, different reviews, and a lot of people seem to have trouble with this transferring, so I don't think that was just me. So that might be a downside of even people with very smooth skin might still have a problem with that. Let me zoom you guys in and you can see what I'm seeing. So we're only about 4 hours in, so the application still looks fresh. You know, blush bronzer are still intact, but I am already getting it caked up and moving around on my chin. I did have to blow my nose, and one time I blew my nose and it basically removed all of the product off the end of my nose. So it really does not stay put very well. It is still clinging in between my eyebrows. It's still just kind of gunked up on some of the dry skin on my forehead. It's kind of starting to gather and gunk up in the sides of my nostrils where there is product left. It's just not something I'm ever gonna wear myself. If I had to give a grade to the Thread Face It foundation stick, unfortunately, this relationship was short-lived. I'm gonna go D. I'm not gonna fail it because I think if you have smooth skin, it still might work. Might not. The transfer issues might be too much, but I mean, it's getting like 4 out of 5 stars on Target's website, so there are people that are having good luck with this. Those people just aren't me. I swear, I know my shirt's different. I redid my nails. I swear it's the same day that I'm filming this. Same makeup, same makeup. My tie-dye hoodie, I had to throw it in the washer because I'm going on a little casino trip and I wanted to bring it with me and wear it, but I've been wearing it for like a week straight. So I wanted to wash it, you know, it's a clean clothes, whatever. Sadly, that's a no-go for me on the Thread foundation stick. We're gonna go D. There you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest is in the books. If you like foundation reviews, if you had fun with this one, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments. What else am I missing at Target? I feel like I went in there and found all these things. Or just what foundations would you like me to check out next? I keep a running list. I buy them whenever I can. So let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.